Somewhere beyond the recesses of time and space, two podcasters are set adrift in a machine, picking up transmissions of movies that are forgotten but not gone.
All right, so I sent you the poster for the film that we've been living with for a minute, Body of Lies.
Very familiar with this poster. It's a quintessential two-side. How would you describe it? Like there's a trope in movie posters where you get the like two sides of the different face. Two faces of the leading actors, one facing one direction, one facing the other. It's shadow.
Yeah.
This is kind of more half bodies or like mid to full bodies. Russell Crowe is looking off in the dark direction while you get the like action pose of DiCaprio with a gun in a hand and sunglasses kind of running off.
Yeah, he seems to be in mid-stride because they have slightly 2008 Photoshop blurred one of his hands to give the impression that he's pumping his arms as he runs.
It's correct.
And you know, making clear that Russell Crowe in this movie is mainly the guy who's sitting still and Leonardo DiCaprio is the guy who's running around.
Correct.
I think that and as we said last week, every single aspect of this movie, top to bottom, is wildly forgettable. The most forgettable movie we've ever seen.
Correct.
I think that that starts with the poster. Would you not agree with me? This is the most boring poster I've ever looked at.
I'm gonna one-up you.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it extends to all of the marketing.
Okay.
Beyond just this poster.
All right.
The trailer that we're going to cover in a minute for our trailer game. This is the second movie in a row where I did extra research and didn't get to go into it. Last time for the rundown, I did this. I have a bunch of research. Maybe I'll pull it back up for another episode of how does Hollywood make a superstar?
Yeah.
And I didn't get to go into that as much last time.
This
time I did. When we talk about speculative marketing budgets, what does that mean? What does it go into? And so I've put together like a package of what goes into marketing. And for this one particularly, it is like the most boring, as you would expect, marketing. Like literally one of the press tour for this is let's do talk shows like Jay Leno and Letterman. Like, which is standard fare, but like they're not doing let's set people up in a hotel and give them an experience. It's just like, how do we put Russell Crowe in front of Jay Leno and let them banter for 2.5 minutes about the movie Body of Lies?
Do you think there's even 2.5 minutes about Body of Lies, or is it just like, Russell Crowe's here, he's making his movie Body of Lies. So Russell, tell me about Gladiator.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I mean, even the poster, just to look at it, like it is basically a bluish gray background, and then Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe kind of the back-to-back thing with a bluish dark hue over them.
On just a compositional level, like your eye isn't even drawn to anything on the poster.
Yeah. Well, my eye is drawn to the tagline because it is sort of familiar to me. Trust no one, deceive everyone. So we have learned something from Al Pacino in The Recruit.
That's okay, and we've added to it.
Yes, I know, that's exactly, like, we're innovating.
Yeah.
Although, in so many other regards, this is ultimately just a movie where a cute guy spy is repeatedly screwed over and deceived by his father figure mentor type boss.
There is, outside of like Russell Crowe, I didn't mention anything on the main episode about what's memorable about Leo in this movie, which I think is virtually nothing. I don't think he does anything interesting whatsoever.
When he briefly dyes his hair to impersonate a guy from California instead of a guy from North Carolina, and he's like talking in kind of a different accent to be like this, I mean, that's mildly interesting.
I'm just gonna say, if Johnny Depp were doing this role, at least he'd have a absurd prosthetic nose that he would apply.
Yeah,
And you'd be like,
fair.
well, why did you choose to do that? It doesn't look good. It doesn't fit the movie. It's completely distracting. But I would remember that he did it.
I mean, there's never been a time when I've been watching another actor in a movie and been like, you know what would enhance this? Johnny Depp. Put Johnny Depp in here. Cut a big fat check to Johnny Depp. Let's do that.
There is one thing that Leo does in this movie that is absurd to me.
Yeah.
And I have a prop not intended for this bit. I just happen to have a beer in my hand for this mini transmission.
But it's a prop beer, so he's still cool to drive.
Leo side sips his beer in this movie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
What, he sips it from the side of his mouth?
He's engaged in a conversation. I think it's with Oscar Isaac, and they're out on the balcony and they're talking early in the film.
Yeah.
And as he's like super intense, like, you know, that's not, I gotta rely on you for making blah blah blah. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't remember anything. But he's starting to listen for him. He's like, okay, what do you got?
Yeah, okay, yeah, Landen with his eyes very intent has, oh god, oh no, this is amazing, everyone. Oh, I can't believe this is happening. Landen stuck the beer into the corner of his mouth and upturned it to take a sip. And then yes, the beer foamed over and started spilling all over his desk. And then he started laughing at my detailed description of this happening. And now the beer has come out his nose and it's gotten all over him. Oh, folks, this is more memorable than anything in the $80 to $100 million movie we watched.
My pants are wet.
Cut it there. Okay, see you next week, everybody. This is why the movie's so unrealistic. He side sips his beer and it doesn't do that. Oh god, if only we were still recording video feeds. Oh, isn't that a problem?
I want to take my pants off.
Okay. Do we cut around this?
No. And scene.
Yeah, so he side sips his beer. Another psychotic Leonardo DiCaprio drinking thing that happens in this movie is that in one of the first scenes, he is at a outdoor coffee shop on the streets of Baghdad, and he's got the pot of coffee they've brought to him, and he's drinking this Arab coffee out of a little glass coffee mug. And then Oscar Isaac pulls up in his car and is like here to pick him up. And Leonardo DiCaprio gets up, he drops some money on the table to pay his check. He picks up the coffee glass that they've given him that is still half full of coffee, and sipping the coffee, gets into Oscar Isaac's car, drives away. He full-on stole the coffee glass from this is not like a plastic mug. This is not a disposable. He took their cutlery, their silverware, or their like table setting with him.
I mean, we've all done it at some point in our lives.
I'm
shocked that they put that on film.
I'm shocked that they put that on film. Listen, let he who has not in college stolen a Red Robin strawberry lemonade glass cast the first stone, because that's a funny thing to drink a cocktail out of at a house party later that night. But like, I'm looking at this scene and I'm like, is this supposed to be some kind of like moral or message about how these outsiders have come into the Middle East and are just casually, unfeelingly stealing from them the entire time? The beer seems to be coming out of Landen's eyes now. He's wiping his eyes with a paper towel. Landen may never recover.
That's just straight up tears from beer coming out of my nose.
Man, beer tears. That was actually one of Guns N' Roses' songs from their album Chinese Democracy that did not make the cut for the end credits.
Okay, we talked a little bit on the main episode about this just being like acting, but it's acting. It's a certain kind of acting where I feel like you have to be a caliber of actor who can deliver a line that is so hollow but still give it gravitas. And I thought maybe the notorious stoic actors Truman Capps and Landen Solano, I thought maybe we can give this a shot.
I think so.
Okay, let's go back and forth. We'll each try a couple times. This is an actual line from the movie.
Okay.
Here is your line. Truman, please state your name, your age, and what role you're reading for. Your line is, cut the bullshit, give me the information, what do you know?
Okay.
And if you can do it really angrily into a phone.
And this is a Ferris line, correct? This is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Correct. But, interpret it how you want to.
Okay. My name is Truman Capps. I am 36 and a half years old, and I am reading for Roger Ferris in the movie Body of Lies.
Okay.
Cut the bullshit. Give me the information. Tell me what you know. Did you feel that?
All right. See, now, the role we're envisioning is that he has the power here. And I really liked your passion there. I just felt like there's a little desperation in wanting to get the information out of the character. So maybe for the next time, you can give us a little variation where it's not as pushy.
Gotcha. Yeah. Thank you. Don't want to be one of those pushy torturers. Yeah. Cut the bullshit. Give me the information. Tell me what you know. Yeah?
Okay.
Put a little less English on at that time.
A little less English, a little more dorm room who stole my sandwich out of their fridge vibe.
I was actually calling on personal experience for that from this time that someone stole a sandwich out of my fridge.
Perfect.
Oh, okay, well, hey, role reversal. You know what?
Okay.
How about this? Often happens in auditions, right, where the person auditioning then has the auditioner do the audition.
It's true.
So,
yes.
Okay. Yeah. So if you could slate for me, please.
Okay. My name is Landen Solano. I am 43 years old, and I am reading, I think, for the role of Roger Ferris, but I am open to Ed Hoffman or any role you think that I would well suit.
Shit, I should have said that. I'm not going to get this part. Okay, go ahead.
Cut the bullshit. Give me the information. What do you know?
That's good. I feel smoldering intensity there.
Okay.
But can we get like a little bit of a sense of a ticking clock though? Because because we do. There is some urgency to it, which you may have seen in my read on it. But I just like there's more of a feeling of like we need to get this Al Salim guy ASAP.
Okay. All right. Let me just internalize that. Okay, got it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Cut the bullshit. Give me the information. What do you know?
That one. That's the one right there because it's got the intensity, but it's also like it's like you got that dog in you, but you're holding it back, but you don't know how long you can hold that dog back. And that dog's gonna bite Leonardo DiCaprio on the leg and then set up a cute way for him to meet a lady. It's like, and that line, that bone chilling line, by the way, written by an Academy Award.
Cut the bullshit. Give me the information. What do you know?
What do you know? All lines written by an Academy Award-winning screenwriter, so you really feel that.
Cut the bullshit. Give me the information. What do you know?
Yeah, is that Jean-Luc Picard auditioning for the role of Leonardo DiCaprio? It is interesting that this movie thematically feels similar to The Departed in a lot of ways. That it's all about intelligence and like, rooting around and finding, building relationships with people to kind of like get on the inside of an organization. But it's just, even though it's written by the guy who won an Oscar for writing The Departed, it is just not hitting in any way any of the pathos that movie had.
Cut the bullshit. Give me the information. What do you know? No, I can't do it, Nicholson.
No, you can't Nicholson. But I respect you for trying, and I think so do people in all of the auditions. Do you think whenever they make the Jack Nicholson biopic, there's gonna be all these audition tapes of like whoever was Elvis doing their best Nicholson impression?
Absolutely, yeah. In fact, I think you could probably do a documentary just about Jack Nicholson impressionists. Fun fact, acclaimed award-winning actor Michael Sheen?
I'm familiar with him, yes.
Yeah. His father is a professional Jack Nicholson impersonator.
Okay. Define professional. How much, are you saying...
paid to do it at parties. He gets paid as a Jack Nicholson impersonator to show up to parties as a Jack Nicholson impersonator.
I don't even know that I would want the real Jack Nicholson showing up at my party, much less a cheap knockoff. I hope he's cheap. I mean, like, are you saying is he making like $85,000 a year and getting health insurance off of the Jack Nicholson game?
Well, it's in euros, and whatever kind of health insurance game they've got going over there in not America. So.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, yeah, much like Body of Lies making a bunch more money overseas than it did in the U.S. Maybe there's just more of a market for a knockoff Jack Nicholsons, if you will, in other countries.
Here's the other, just kind of a tangent from that. The idea of extracting information. There's the scene between Russell Crowe and Mark Strong and Leo DiCaprio about the methods in which you're going to extract the information, what's reliable, what's not reliable.
Mm-hmm.
As we know, the American way typically is not very reliable.
Yeah.
Or moral.
Yeah.
My question to you is, how would Truman Caps extract information from somebody? What's your method?
My method, probably to start with, I would ask really nicely. I'd be like,
okay.
I would really, I think I'd go out of my way to be like, hey man, I appreciate you so much. Like, I know you're one of the bad guys, but it's really great of you being here, and I'm sorry about all of the other people in your group who we had to kill to get you here, but it would really mean the world if you could just tell us when that next terrorist attack is going to happen.
Great. Now tap into that and do the line again.
Okay. Hey, cut the bullshit. Give me the information. Yeah, what do you know, right? Could you cut the bullshit and give me the information? What do you know? What's your interrogation technique? How do you break through?
Cringe.
Oh no.
I make the person feel so embarrassed for me that they want it to stop.
Do you want to put this on mic or do you not?
All right, well, let's set the scene. They're sitting down. Let's say, James Bond style. I've got them tied to a chair.
Yeah, typical.
Duct tape not too tight. There's no blood. There's been no bludgeoning here. It's just a nice,
good,
somewhat comfortable chair, and they're tied to it.
Good. That's great. Somewhat comfortable chair.
Like, not too comfortable. Like, I am trying to extract information.
Yeah, but you don't want their back to start hurting or something. You're not a monster.
I'm not going to tear the wicker out from underneath it so I can whip their ball sack with something underneath, some sort of cat of nine tails.
You have a specially designed chair for ball whipping, but you actually use that in your personal life, so you're not going to get James Bond sweat all over it.
I'm not against ball whipping chair. It's just not in this scenario.
Okay. Well, we've got that on mic, so I don't know how much cringer you can get.
All right. Well, so then, like, I would probably, a lot of this isn't going to translate because people can't see me, which is great for me.
Great, Landon. You've only been doing a podcast for like 8 or 9 years now. Any day now, we'll realize that it's an audio medium.
I would probably just kind of like...
He's sashaying. He's doing a weird, kind of like pumping his arms. All right, now it's like he's playing with his suspenders, and he's grinning in a really irritating way. Yeah, okay, doing kind of Urkel moves.
Hey, cut the bullshit. Hey man, cut the bullshit. Give me the information.
What are you doing?
What do you know?
Listeners, it is quite hot where Landon is recording, and his air conditioning has been broken for some time. And on top of that,
I flooded my brain with beer.
Yeah, this is true. He did freebase beer. He sucked it up his nose. So, but look, that's great, man. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
That was just phase 1.
Oh, that was phase 1. There's a whole.
Yeah. I'm not going to go into the rest of the phases. It's the cringe is too potent to unleash on the general public. So,
yeah, we didn't do anything wrong.
That would be my approach. It's just unrelenting cringe until they answer.
I love it. I love it. Unrelenting cringe is also the name of my autobiography.
Should we play the trailer game for the movie Body of Lies from 2008?
Yes, we should. Let's play that trailer game.
Okay. For those of you who are just joining us, we have watched the movie Body of Lies, and we have not watched the trailer for it. So we are going to have a few guesses as to what they're going to use from the movie to market this here film. Truman, what happens in this movie? I do not have a single thing to latch onto for this trailer.
I have so few guesses. I mean, I think we're going to see probably the market explosion when there's the terrorist bombing in the Netherlands halfway through the movie.
That happens in the movie. Okay.
It's a cool looking explosion, and it has a shockwave.
Unlike the Carrie trailer, where I had such vivid, specific memories of what was in it, plus could ascertain things from the film that they would market it on. Like, I almost want to go back to Operation Fortune Ruse de Guerre here and just go, satellite drone footage.
Yeah.
A
Actors
sweeping
from
shot
the
of
movie.
the desert.
Yeah. I think we get that. I think we're probably going to get that is like with an explosion in a Western country of some sort to show like these are the stakes.
Is there a moment when he is going? Remember when they're burning all of the CDs and the information in that bonfire, and DiCaprio is kind of behind the wall, and he spots the drone above them, and he's like, "You're about to give me away." Like, he's talking to Hoffman there, right?
Yeah.
Is there something he says to Hoffman that could be in the trailer at that moment? Like, it conveys that, like, I'm in the field and you're picking up your daughter from soccer practice.
Yeah, I mean, I think he does. I think he does literally say something about you're picking up your kid at soccer practice. Like, it might just be we get some kind of cross-cutting of Hoffman on his phone with his kid at the field while Leo is getting shot. Okay.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Soccer/shooting. I think we're gonna get the four cars driving in a circle in the desert around Leonardo DiCaprio to cover him in dust so the drones can't see him.
That happens in this movie?
That does happen. It happens in the third act of the movie.
Okay. All right. Sure.
It's because it looks sort of cool, and it like shows, they know what they're doing. Like this will be some montage.
Does he get in one of them?
He does get in one of them, but they don't know which one he gets into
because of all the dust.
Clouds of dust.
Yeah. Okay.
Car dust circle. And you know what? Also, I think we're going to get Russell Crowe's big speech from the beginning about how their culture is different from ours, and we can't take our boot off their neck, whatever, etc. Mm-hmm. Like as kind of a statement of purpose over a bunch of shooty, actiony shots.
Okay, I'll take that. Since I don't have anything specific from the movie, I'm gonna just ask a question of how trailers are somewhat constructed. Do you think we'll get a kind of like ticking clock heartbeat to the trailer of like doom 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 doom, and then at a certain point like the gunshots like playing to that drum beat a little bit?
I don't think they were doing that trick in trailers back in 2008. That was like a Suicide Squad thing from 2017 that now we are stuck with forever. I do think we'll get some kind of like, I do think we'll try and get that ticking clock sense. Like there might be like at the beginning, the first few shots will be building up to that marketplace explosion, and then it will be like, the production company logos and them setting up.
Yeah. Okay. What about something with Mark Strong? Would it be from that negotiation table scene?
Yeah.
Or would it be him when he has that guy he's about to execute and he's asking he's asking Leo, did you know about this?
I think it's either him with the guy he's about to execute, or it's him showing Leonardo DiCaprio the guy getting whipped and tortured and saying saying like this is punishment, not torture or something.
Right. And then what about the romantic subplot so that we can get the wives to join the dads in their dad trap?
All the wives being like, you know what, honey, I would like to see Body of Lies. There was briefly a woman in that trailer.
Beer come out of my nose again.
I think is it like her and her sister, or like that him having dinner with her sister scene at the house, and he has to kind of defend what he's doing.
In fact, for such a heavy trailer or heavy content movie, that scene you described of him talking to the kids, I think is like, give me a sign if if your mom's, you don't like your mom's cooking or something like that. Seems like a lighthearted enough line to kind of show that we're not just, painting everything out in caricatures.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
So my vote is him talking to kids.
Bad cooking.
How many
kids.
guesses is that?
Great. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 7 guesses. So
Perfect. Let's watch
All right.
this trailer.
Okay, sounds good. Let's dive into the very boring trailer for the very forgettable movie Body of Lies.
Here we go.
Our world as we know it is a lot
Yep,
simpler.
there's the speech, the crow speech.
called it.
To an end than you might think.
Okay, well, that's not the marketplace explosion,
Rules of
though.
the day.
Okay,
The
a
car
different
gets
explosion.
immobilized, start shooting, nobody
Okay.
gets traded, everybody dies. Same as every day. Got it.
Nope.
Characters explaining things to each other that they would know
Yeah.
for the
Okay,
audience.
so I'm getting meta.
Expect me to run an operation when you're running a side operation.
I'm just trying to back you up, buddy. It's a dangerous,
That's a great
dangerous world
trailer.
out there, you know?
It's not working.
No.
This little war will go on with or without you.
Oh, is that Guns N' Roses?
I think it was generic rock music.
Yeah.
You're blown.
This is,
Shatter.
this is Windows Movie Maker music.
Yes.
How do you expect me to operate?
I did what I had to do.
Oh, kicking him over in the chair.
Nobody's in
This is
first.
not the tone of the movie.
Call me when you're thinking straight.
I am thinking straight. You're not, all right? You can't because you're a million miles away.
Not.
You walk out
What?
on me, you
Okay.
know what that means.
What does that mean?
What?
Right.
What? Okay. Wait.
Truman, hold on. I realized I did not do good podcasting through that because I was completely silent. I was just completely taken off guard with, like, what kind of antagonistic buddy war central intelligence movie did this think it was? Was that more audacious than Rex Dasher?
That wasn't more audacious than Rex Dasher because they really fashioned an entirely different movie out of a 15-minute segment of
Fair
Playmobil
point.
colon
Yes,
the movie.
okay.
What I think is this completely explains why more people didn't go see the movie. It's like this trailer doesn't even give you an idea of what the movie is about. It's just like Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe are arguing with each other, and they are in Washington, D.C. and somewhere in the Middle East.
I don't, but see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like that is a recipe for getting me to the theater and pissing me off when I see the movie I get. Because if I had $5 to spend on a hot October afternoon in LA, I would have gone to a second run theater to see Body of Lies just to watch Leo kick Russell Crowe over in a chair.
The scene where Russell Crowe is being a dick to him while tilting back in like a lawn chair, and Leo kicks the chair and he falls over. That's the one funny moment in the movie.
Yeah.
That's intentionally
But that
funny.
they use that here to kind of like amplify this non-existent rivalry they have.
Yeah, it's like it's making it out like it has this action movie dude bro soundtracking behind it when the movie is positioning itself in the theater as a more kind of thought-provoking cloak and dagger thriller, even though it's none of those things.
Yeah.
It's a forgettable shit movie.
I want to know our score in a second here. I have to read this comment that is underneath this video.
Read me the comment.
I'm not gonna dox the person who mentioned it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna read it. Quote: I've watched all Leo movies, and I rank Body of Lies 1, Inception number 2,
Wow.
Shutter Island 3, Catch Me If You Can 4, Wolf of Wall Street 5, Revolutionary Road 6, Blood Diamond 7. Body of Lies in number 1 because it's that good.
But
I have so many questions about that. Where's What's Eating Gilbert Grape in that list for one?
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
But also,
Where's The Departed in that?
why only choose 7 to list? If you're gonna list that many, why not go full 10? Is Body of Lies that good?
I mean, well, look, this might be an indicator that comment was written by a dad on the couch, and then he only got to 7 because he then fell asleep during the screening of Body of Lies on TNT.
Here's the kicker to that. It was written 2 years ago. So
Wow.
he had over a decade to mull that over.
And there have been a lot of, including his Academy Award-winning performance in The Revenant.
15 years.
So much time to think, and Body of Lies is at the top.
Now, you're cold on Inception.
I am.
Do you put Body of Lies above Inception?
No. I mean, I remember I saw Inception one time 15 years ago, and I still remember it way better than Body of Lies that I watched last week.
All right, what's our score?
We got 1 out of 7. We got the crow speech over the montage, but it was not the explosion I thought it would be. None of the soccer shooting or the car crop dust circles. None of Mark Strong in here at all. None of Aisha. Nothing for the girls. The girls can't do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Now, okay, I tried to get to this in our Poseidon episode, and to kind of touch on that marketing research I did. This is a case where they didn't have, I think, a universal theatrical trailer. They did all of these niche trailers for it. So I think there are other trailers in which other aspects of the film are more emphasized, especially for like international audiences.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make us watch any.
Good.
But
that's great.
I just want to earmark that for angry listeners who write into us and say, I don't think you gave that game your full attention. And I'll say to them, you know what? I drowned my sinuses for you in this episode. Get off my back.
Hey, look, in honor of talking about the war on terrorism and enhanced interrogation techniques, Landen waterboarded himself.
I did. So quit busting my balls. I do that in my own time with my own ball-busting chair in the basement.
That's great. You didn't have to specify what room you did it in. It's not like doing it in the basement makes it any less objectionable.
No, but there's no windows down there. And it's a little bit cooler.
This is true. But I mean, presumably you're naked anyway, so does it matter how cool it is in the room?
No, well, it does, because, you sweat more if it's hotter, and then you have to hydrate, and you lose your, engagement into the activity if you have to, stop to hydrate every, 10, 15 minutes.
This is true. Do you think that our podcast has become an enhanced interrogation technique at this point? Someone's listening to this.
This is how I extract information out of people.
Hey, we got 8 years of podcasts. You just put that shit on, put it on 0.7 speed, so we're a little bit slower and it lasts even longer.
Wow. Oh god. Yeah. Let's see where in time the machine is sending us next for the film we're covering next.
Imagine if we're watching the movie Next. All right, it looks like we're heading to June 8th, 2018.
Oh, okay.
All right, getting closer to the present.
Okay, and the clue here is... Ooh, okay. The clue is rules. Are you ready for some rules, Truman?
Oh, I love rules.
Okay, the rules are no guns, no cops, no killing the other patients.
Oh... I mean, look, honestly, it sounds like a utopian society to me. We've figured out two of the main issues that are driving a lot of strife in America right now, and not killing other patients. I mean, look, I think it's always a good idea to not kill people. So
yes, agreed. All right, so we're heading to not a dystopian future, but a utopian one. You don't see that very often.
I bet that this movie that we're going to watch next week is just a movie where good stuff happens the whole time. Everybody's happy. They all hold hands and sing a song about not killing the other patients.
Yeah, it's like the road to Wellville if people didn't die in the middle of it.
True. This is very true. Hopefully there's less talk about bowel movements, though.
But just as many butts.
Yes, we can always dream.
All right, well, until next time, for Truman Caps, I have been Landen Solano.
And for Landen Solano, I've been Truman Caps.
Whoa!
Movie Memory Machine is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/gruntworkpod to keep the machine running. Theme song by Porky's Groove Machine. Rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. For more information on today's show, visit moviememorymachine.com.